Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the giant stack of empty clams and the title of this video, we are finally wrapping up September, a few days late, and we're going through my September empties. I'm just gonna get right into it. Obviously, I have things stacked up. I divided everything into categories so that I could go through things with you guys by category. Let's get started. So I think first I'm gonna go through candles because I'm gonna try and drop things into my empties bin on the floor here next to me as I go through, and candles seem the most dangerous. So I'm gonna start with them and put them on the bottom. So my goal at this point, because you guys know I've just been doing a little bit of everything with my candles, but I've been here, I've been there, like, you know, do I work on what's new? Do I work on my oldest things and completely ignore what's new? Do I completely do whatever I want? And so I'm just like in the middle of all that. But regardless of anything, I'm kind of on the use what I want to train. But I want to at least be able to say I finished one candle minimum a month. And so the other day in September, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't finished anything. Like, I need to do at least one, put one in my crock. And that was the berry waffle cone from Bath and Body Works. So this one was from 2021. It is completely detached, as you can see, because it was in the crock. So this one, I will probably reuse this jar, honestly, and I might try to put my zebra cakes. You can't see it, it's behind me. My zebra cakes from Goose Creek came with a broken jar, and I think I'm just gonna like de-jar it, take it out of that broken jar, and I think I might just pop it into this one because clearly this is like already detached, and this has a really nice lid. Like this scent, wish I would have paid it more attention in like August. But I didn't. We were still coming off our move. It's crazy to say that we moved just over 90 days ago. Like, we've been here for 3 months. So I probably can't keep using the fact that we moved as an excuse for like anything. Because I feel like that's my cop out. Like, oh, we moved. I haven't been able to focus on stuff. We moved 90 days ago. There's no excuse that I shouldn't have been working on this in August. I don't believe I have any more berry waffle cone. Would 100% repurchase. I have not been buying candles. I've been trying to be really good because I know I have a ton and I really honestly don't need anything. So I've been trying to be really good about that. But what else was I going to say? Oh, candle day. I do feel like I want to try to do something. Like, me and Corey will probably do candle day just because, like, he asked me, we always do, but I was like, maybe we can try to stick to like candle day exclusives and things that aren't like, not necessities, but you know what I mean. Like, we're gonna try to be better. So that's what I told him. At least if I see this is where I was going with that. If I see this at candle day though, I would pick it up. I believe I bought this one at a candle day. So there you have it. Going to put this in my bin down here. So I'm gonna have to lean over. Okay, and then as I was going through my empties bin, I realized I actually have another candle. I was like, oh my gosh, I did two. I can't believe it. So this one I did right at the beginning of September, like probably end of August. Like, it overlapped a few days. And I think that's why I forgot about it. So this was coconut shortbread, and I popped out all the wax and put it in a candle jar, the Bath and Body Works one, into the crock. So I don't know if I've ever showed this before, and that's why I put this one in here and not like the other jar. So some lovely person left a comment on my YouTube one time and was like, I just put this in the freezer so the wax comes out, pop it out, and then I take that wax and put it into a jar that fits into a crock, and then you can crock your Hallmark candles. And I was like, you're blowing my mind. Why have I never considered this before? And honestly, it's been the best thing because I feel like sometimes I feel like lately this phenomenon is hitting me where I'm just like, I don't know if I want to burn my candles. Like, I want to use them, but I don't want to burn them. So I broke my lamp out because I haven't used it in a minute. And we're gonna see what I do. But I'm so happy when I crock Homeworks candles. And I think part of it's because the fact that most people feel like you can't crock these, and that person was like, I just do this, and it's blown my mind ever since. But also, sometimes I feel like these have a funny wick smell when they burn, so I'm so happy when I crock them because I feel like I get all the fragrance and none of that funny wick smell. But like I said, I did break out my lamp. Gonna see how I feel about using that. So okay, that should be the last time I need to lean over and put stuff in there. All the breakables are done. Let's go through wax next. So I have a bunch of testers. I'm gonna breeze through these because I don't think any of these except one you can actually get. So went through a Luna Top Notes. This isn't actually like a thing you can buy. This was a consultant specific thing. I have 2 mid notes of Luna. I have a base notes of Luna. And then this is one of the specific scents in Luna, and it's just the clove scent. This is actually so spicy. I tried to do it at work because it doesn't smell that intense in the little tester. She's intense. But then I also went through just a Luna. This one, as you can tell, was kind of a little grody, but I love Luna. Oh, it's so good. I have this coming. Pretty sure I added this as my half price item in my last Scentsy Club. Pretty sure that's what I did. Okay, let's go through these bars. Dutch Apple Bread. This is part of the holiday collection, and I do believe this is available right now, or you should be able to put it in your Scentsy Club if you wish. Dutch Apple Bread. She's a spicy apple scent. If you love spicy apple, this is all you. Like, this really reminds me of Country Candle Apple Cider Cake. That is pretty spicy to my nose. This is actually a little spicier. I had to mix this with sugar cookie, vanilla bean buttercream. I mixed it with one of those two, which really helped, but I was like, ooh, I am not actually repurchasing this because it is way too spicy. I'd rather just do like a baked apple pie. I do feel like this is gonna get some fans though. It did sell out pretty fast. Okay, Cran Apple Crumble. This is an apple bakery I can get behind. Some people don't like this one. Some people don't. I feel like it smells like the most delicious apple bakery concoction you're putting in your oven. It smells so good. It doesn't last very long, but honestly, I'm okay with that because I have a ton of wax to go through, and I haven't been trying to change my wax until I can't smell it anymore, which is hard for me because I really have, like, I want to change my wax every single day, but it's kind of wasteful because I don't spend a ton of time at home. So I've been trying to be better, and I feel like you can tell in my empties I don't have as many. But this one, I try to do it just like a day. I know I'm going to be home and I'll just do it all day, and then the next day I'll change it. But I'm a fan of this one. It's also now available in pods. If you like some of the scents that I do, that one's on the list. Okay, more Harvest. We have Cashmere Leaves. This one is definitely a must try. This one was my favorite or second favorite from the collection for the Harvest like 5-bar pack. This to me is so staple fall. Like, it is the most, I want to say basic and generic, but like when I smell it, I'm like, literally transport me to fall. It's so seasonally appropriate. I feel like I want to say it smells like a craft store in the fall, but I've recently went to some craft stores and I feel like they are kind of almost on the borderline pine and apple. Like, they were almost borderline Christmassy already, and I'm like, whoa, now I'm not ready for that. It's very much autumn still. So part of me is like, oh, do they smell like this? But I feel like they should. Cashmere Leaves. This, if I had to recommend you my top 2, this would be one of them. Now, let me just pull out number 2. Okay, I believe, is this in the Harvest catalog? I'm second guessing myself. I have Harvest catalog right here. This has to be Forever Fall. Yes, it is. Okay, Forever Fall, Baked Pumpkin Cinnamon Stick Brown Sugar. I was confused because Fall Feelin' is in the actual catalog and they're like the same color, and why do they gotta almost have the same name? Okay, this is my other top 2 pick from the Harvest collection. This one, I'm not a huge pumpkin fan. Like, while I like pumpkin, I'm probably more team apple than team pumpkin. Sorry. I love them mixed together. I don't love a ton of just pumpkin on its own, especially if it's giving me like more pumpkin puree. Like, I don't want pumpkin in a can smell. I want like pumpkin bread smell. You guys know what I mean? Pumpkin cinnamon bun, etc. So this to me on cold smells a little pumpkin puree-esque, but when it warms, it's really nice. It's just pumpkin bakery. So I feel like I really liked it and was surprised by it because I'm not a typical pumpkin fan. But like I said, this is my top 2. I feel like this one also really popular. Have this one going in the wallflower, oh my word, in the fragrance flower right now. This one. So, and mine doesn't, this looks really brown. Mine looks more like this, but it's definitely, maybe this is the one. It looks more like this one, but this one says it's fallen to love. So I'm not exactly sure. But basically these are all colored oils. And so as the oil gets sucked up into the flower, it starts to change color. These are coming back into stock like the end of October. I will say though, I am noticing this fragrance flower is going exceptionally fast. I wrote down when I started it, which I think was the 13th of September, and I'm going to track to see how long it lasts because I do that with all my fragrance flowers, but this one seems like it's going crazy fast, like like noticeably faster. So we'll be back with an update, maybe even before they launch. I certainly hope I don't finish it before they launch because that would have been like not even 2 months of time. They're supposed to last up to 60 days, but I will report back. Just a warning though, I love them. I'm not like upset that it's going so fast because I have a fragrance flower in cashmere and corduroy that I started in February that's like half full. It doesn't have the plastic on it. It just like won't get going. It smells great still. It just like isn't doing its thing. I just don't know what to do about it. But so, you know, 2 opposite ends of the spectrum there. But anyway, fall feeling. Cashmere Leaves, top 2. And this one is probably number 3 for me from Harvest collection. It's White Pumpkin and Driftwood. This is different than the typical scent we get usually. It's driftwood, so it has that like wood note. Driftwood, you definitely get that, but the white pumpkin is exactly what it says. It literally smells like white pumpkin and driftwood. It's definitely not bakery by any means. I know like sometimes just pumpkin you assume like, oh, it's gonna be pumpkin bakery, or like pumpkin's kind of like in the bakery category already, or spicy. It's also not spicy. It literally gives me kind of like a fall perfume, like not perfumey, but that type of scent where it's like a little bit cologne perfume-esque, but it has white pumpkin in it. It's really good. I was pleasantly surprised by it because I was like, who is gonna want these 2 things mixed? The notes are white pumpkin, driftwood, white cardamom, and warm solar amber, whatever that means. This one, if I had to pick 3, this would be my top. It'd be number 3 of the top 3. Definitely this Cashmere Leaves Forever Fall. You got yourself a Harvest 3-pack and put those in your Scentsy Club. Okay, some of these are in the catalog. I'm so prepared. That was sarcasm. Sarcastic is what I was going to say, and then I said sarcasm. That was me being sarcastic. Okay. I hate like having a wheelie chair on carpet. It doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Sorry, this is kind of chaotic energy. Welcome to my channel. Golden Garland. This one reminds me of Autumn Road Trip. Gonna put that right out, just flat out for you. Notes are forest pine needles, marigold petals, sparkling orange twist, golden musk. If you know what Autumn Road Trip smells like, sister. It literally smells just like this. This is maybe not as oaky. Like, this definitely has pine, and Autumn Road Trip has oak for sure. I don't like Autumn Road Trip. If you're not new here, you might know I am not a fan of Autumn Road Trip. If you're really not new here, you would know I used to love Autumn Road Trip. When it was first released, I was like, this is such an amazing scent. Like, they stepped so far out of the box with this one. It's like super unique. Then the next year they came out with it in cleaning, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this scent. I'm going to use it in cleaning. Totally got burnt out. Like, I used that cleaning, and now just the thought of it, like, no thank you. I completely ruined the scent for myself, which, whatever. Like, I'm glad it was Autumn Road Trip and not something I really love, like Happy Birthday or, you know, something like that. Happy Birthday would be such a weird cleaning scent, but you know what I'm saying. So when this one came out, I was like, I'm really curious because they smell so identical to me, like very similar. I was like, will I put in my warmers and like it? Like, you know, it's just different enough from Autumn Road Trip that it doesn't make me want to like hurl, you know? No. I don't like this one either. It is so similar. When it's going in the warmers, I don't know if I would have been able to tell you that it's not Autumn Road Trip. And maybe some people don't feel the exact same, that they're so similar, but I feel like whatever I disliked and made me want to like be sick of Autumn Road Trip, the same DNA is in here. So also, like, maybe I feel like sometimes they release a very similar scents to each other, named under different things that are different colors, whatever, because people are attracted to different things. Like, the other one is orange. Maybe your yellow's your favorite color and you're like, oh, now I just want to give it a try. Like, there's different triggers, I feel like, that bring people to buy things. I don't know. So I feel like they do that a lot. Like, certain scents, you're like, this smells so similar to this other scent, but maybe it's a Disney one and the other one's not. Like, I feel like they just do that to bring in different people and be like, oh, like, if you gave me, you're like, I love this, and be like, oh, try Autumn Road Trip, even if you were like, I would never do that, because obviously they're so similar. I hope that made sense. Anywho, not a fan. What I am a fan of from the new catalog, this is, not that I've warmed all the new ones, but this is my number one. Like, I'm just going to put it out there. This is my number one. I need more of this yesterday. It's so good. And it's dashing. I feel like this is no surprise, no shock to anyone. Vanilla Creamy Mahogany Fresh Night Skies. It's literally mahogany vanilla. It's amazing. It's really so good. And if you're like, what is mahogany and vanilla? Like, Bath and Body Works candle, mahogany vanilla. I burnt it when I did this. It was so good. It's going to be even better now if I put it under the lamp and do this at the same time. I just need more of this. Oh, amazing. So amazing. It's literally like mahogany and vanilla. It's so creamy. I feel like it gives me the same cozy feeling vibes as like Cozy Cardigan, Cashmere and Corduroy. Like, it doesn't smell like those scents, but it gives that same just like cozy vanilla vibes. And that's what I'm here for, you know? Okay, that was everything from the catalog. Okay, next we did Strawberry Swirl. I think I just finished this up, or even I think I finished this up and I feel like I mixed it with something. That could be all not true. That one's in my club. And then Berry of Paradise, I did warm. I actually just took this out of my club. If you've seen my club edit video, it went up like 4 days ago, something. I just took this one out of my club because in the new house, wasn't a fan. It really was, the plastic was really coming out in the new house. Okay, we have 4 sets of pods and I have them all stacked up. Okay, we did Watermelon Tangerine. I told you guys, Watermelon Tangerine. Really came around to this one this year. Sparkling Magnolia, one of my favorite scents in general, in pods and in wax. I bought a few of these when they were available, and maybe even in the clearance. No longer available. So good. Sugared Strawberry. Can you tell I was finishing up all the summer things? I was not on the ball for fall. Rhymes. Okay. Finished lastly for pods, Feelin' Punchy. Not a fan of this scent, literally used it just to get through it, and I strictly used it in my basement air purifier, so I didn't have to smell it very often. And then I do have this one random case. I'm working on some White Amber Antique. Pleasantly surprised by these White Amber Antique pods. Did them at work, and so many compliments. Like, I was nervous because I was like, where am I going to use these pods? I rotate my pods, so like my pods go everywhere. I start them at home just to like let them do their thing a little bit. I do them in my basement air purifier. It really helps the space down there just smell fresh. This is the first time having a basement, new house. So it's just like, I don't want to say musty, but like, you know how it's a basement, it just is like a little bit more like humid, and it's just like kind of musty. Let's just call it what it is. So when there's no air movement on top of that, no bueno. Like it's a no. I feel like the air purifier really helps move that air, and then when you put pods in and it like kicks out scent, I love it. So I have an air purifier in the basement just to like kind of help that space out. Jen's litter box is down there, like, you know, it's just like not the best environment if nothing is happening. So that's going down there, and then I put my fresh pods in there, and it really helps the space. From there, I will take the pods and bring them to my work air purifier. I found if I start with the pods at work, sometimes they're a little bit too intense. My work doesn't have like a ton of fragrance, so you can really tell when there's fragrance there. The pods I do find, because first of all, you can just like turn them off and on whenever you want, you know? So if you're like, okay, I'm done, cut off the scent, you just turn it off. Or if you're like, I can set the timer on it. Like, I love having the air purifier at work. You would be surprised the amount of stuff it catches at my desk. And we also have a full-size air purifier in my area, in my office area. So really love it there. And I feel like it diffuses the scent wonderfully. White Amber Antique did amazing there. Ton of compliments, sorry. Then I will take them. This is completely unnecessary, but I feel like this gives me the most life out of my pods. I take them from work and I bring them back home, and then we have a purifier in the bedroom. And so because that's smaller space, I feel like you still like, I feel like, okay, like I can't smell them at work anymore, bring them to the next place. I feel like suddenly I can smell them again. And then from there, I finish my pods out and I finish them in our bathroom. That pod, I have them in a wall fan with a light, so it kind of runs overnight. And honestly, like that's where they go to die. So do I really care about it? Like, oh, I'm sleeping while it's going. Like if I can walk in the morning and I still smell the pods, I'm like, okay, they're still rocking. Once I can't do that anymore, I'm like, okay, these pods are toast, and I kind of rotate again. So that's how I kind of work through my pods and get the most out of them. I feel like, for example, with the Feelin' Punchy, if I leave them in just one place, I feel like I don't get as much out of them, because if like they're in my big open concept area, my downstairs, once they start to get weaker, I can't smell them. But say I put them in the bathroom, they're super strong. Like I feel like most scent people probably get what I'm saying with like the space thing. I kind of do the same type of concepts with my wallflowers. I really used to. I don't quite as much anymore, but I do that a lot just because I feel like I get the most out of my stuff. Who doesn't want to get more for their money, right? Okay. That was a really long explanation. I'm sorry. But I do feel like no one talks about that kind of stuff. They're just like, oh, I have a warmer plugged in. Like, I feel like no one kind of tells you how they use their home fragrance. So just wanted to share. Okay. I have some non-home fragrance things. If you're only here for the home fragrance, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully I will see you again in the next video. These are technically home fragrance, but anyway, I'm going to keep going and then have like some house and beauty and whatever, body care, etc. 2 wallflowers. I have orange pineapple punch and iced dragon fruit tea. These are kind of my last summery ones, so happy to be through them. Okay, we have a hand soap, and this is Bright Summer Days. I feel like everything in this Empties is screaming summer. This was actually nice. It was coconut milk, sunny starfruit, and warm sands, which you wouldn't know from the name. It was nice. It was a very creamy coconut, so coconut milk, sunny starfruit. I didn't really get anything specifically fruity, but the warm sands, I think the warm sands and the coconut made it such a creamy coconut. It was very good. And I like that formula. I like the foaming. I like them both. Finished up a scrub in Winterberry Apple Tea. Scrubs are no longer available. I'm hopeful some collection is going to come out and have scrubs in it. I think last time I ordered a scrub, which was maybe in July or August, I ordered it from the clearance section because they're discontinued. So part of me feels like, are they just waiting to be like, can we get rid of them in the clearance section? If they don't even go in the clearance section, would they go in a collection if we bring them back out? I know some other people have said, like, I think they really want us to miss the stuff before they drop it in a limited time collection, which I totally believe as well. But I have some people in my life who really love the Scentsy scrubs, and I know, like, Patricia Gates talks about this and stuff, but some people, like, you know, non-people who are very involved with Scentsy, they'll be like, oh, hey, I want this thing, and you're like, oh, it's discontinued, and they're like, okay, so I want this thing, and be like, they don't understand the concept of, like, that's gone now, and we don't know if it's returning. Like, sometimes it's just hard to, like, get across. And so I have some scrubs, like, because I'm personally using them. I have some just in case for those people, but it's not like I have a ton, so I would really love to see scrubs back. I really love this scrub formula. I'm already thinking about other formulas I could maybe try, but I really don't like Tree Hut. Sorry, it's just too abrasive for me, I think. So maybe I would be willing to retry it. But the last time I tried it, I had to fight to work through my Tree Hut scrub. I really disliked it. Okay, I finished 2 perfumes, which I'm really excited about. I finished the Ellis Brooklyn Myth, and this was so good. I used this at the beginning of September, I want to say, like, definitely around Labor Day, I feel like, for some reason. All the days I wore it, I was so happy. Like, I remember it really, in my head, when I put it on, and like, this is a mom scent. I don't know why. It's just, like, very sophisticated. I don't know. Like, it just was like, I'm a mom. Like, I'm a boss mom. Like, period. I don't know. That was what was going through my head. And so I was like, do I like that? I don't know. And then I just kept wearing it. And I'm like, I really like this scent. Like, it made me feel just really like a boss mom. Like, not that that's me, but I mean, I guess I have Gemma. But it was just making me feel really confident. So I would rebuy. And honestly, I just had got this sample, and then I kind of have this method of how I work through my perfumes. So this was up on the docket, and I'm really glad it was because I actually really enjoyed it. And then I finished up more Ariana Grande Cloud. This was from Micro Perfumes, and it's one of these situations. But I think I brought this on a trip. We went out of town to a football game over Labor Day weekend. I think over Labor Day weekend. So I must have been wearing the Myth like before or after we came back. One of the two. Maybe after, I think. Bad memory. I distinctly remember taking this with me, though, on the trip. Because I was like, I love Cloud. Like, you can't go wrong with Cloud. I'll wear it every day. But I like to switch up my perfume. But if you're wanting to try some perfumes, check out this Micro Perfumes. I feel like the website's low-key a little sketchy, but I got this one. So, and I mean, it is Ariana Grande Cloud. Like, it's definitely what it says it is. I don't know. Like, it's not like I got some funny fragrance instead. Okay, before we go through like more beauty type things, I want to mention these 2 things randomly. Went through a Tide. This is just like the Free and Gentle Tide. I really have been loving unscented laundry detergent. Random, I know, but I wanted to include this because I just kind of wanted to mention it. And I feel like this actually lasted me a decent amount of time. There's just two of us here. We don't like do an overly crazy amount of laundry, just like our regular weekly laundry runs. But I feel like with free and clear, like unscented laundry detergent, I really get more out of my washer whiffs because there's nothing like competing. If you're using the same scent washer whiffs and Scentsy laundry liquid, I feel like you're not going to have a problem. My problem is I buy a lot of washer whiffs that I don't have laundry liquids to. And then when I start to mix and match, I don't like the result. I also feel like I just like the feel of my clothes a little better when I use this. Not that I disliked the feel when I used laundry liquid, but I feel like this is just more consistent across everything I wear, delicates, regulars, towels, etc. So I've really been enjoying that. I don't mind the Scentsy laundry liquid. I actually more so prefer it for like spot treating, especially because it has a pump. I can just put it exactly where I want it and kind of spot treat. But I don't use it quite as much for actually washing my clothes. I've been using just free and clear. And then I want to talk about these face towels. If you're on TikTok, Reels, Shorts, anywhere you see anybody talking about their morning routine or where they would be washing their face, etc., you have probably seen somebody talking about these towels, and not necessarily like this brand specifically, but just like single-use towels in general. Basically the claims are that, does it tell you? This is just like extremely soft, use wet and dry, whatever. Basically the claim is that like you're using a fresh towel every time. You're not using a washcloth that you like put through the washer so it has detergent on it and, you know, possibly your washer whiffs and like bacteria over time. Like basically there's all these types of claims, right? I was just so intrigued. I'm like, this seems like such a gimmick. Oh, so basically the claim is like because of these things, like using a fresh towel, it's supposed to like help your face. Like obviously I don't have perfect skin. But essentially, you know, you're never using a dirty towel. So like, no, I'm not saying they're claiming that it's going to completely clear all your imperfections, but I feel like they're kind of claiming that, like somewhat. So I was just like, what is the hype? Like, they're just towels. But I had to try it because I was like, I just want to try it and then tell you guys my feedback. So this had 50 towels in it. And technically, I mean, if I was using them how I should have been, like every morning, every night, that'd be 25 days worth of towels. So wash my face 2 times a day. I wasn't like super about, oh, every single time I wash my face, I need to make sure I use one of these. So they lasted me a little bit over 25 days. I wasn't like counting the days it lasted me, but it was fine. It was whatever. I do feel like if you were exclusively using these though, and you needed one a month, it would be pretty pricey. The towels themselves were fine. They were a thicker material. They were kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, like a cloth you would use, not like a Swedish dishcloth, like they were softer than that. I feel like this texture was kind of like the towels they have that you can like clean your windshields with. Like it's a very specific type, like not microfiber or anything like that. It was like just a cloth. I don't know. Basically in my head, once I started using them, I'm like, these are like glorified paper towels. Like they're literally glorified paper towels. And now that I've finished these, and obviously like I don't intend on rebuying them. Sorry if I made that unclear, but I really don't intend on rebuying these. While they were nice size and the texture was nice, I literally just take a full sheet paper towel and use it on my face. What is the difference? And a paper towel is what? How many cents a sheet? Not even one. Like, I don't know that they can compare in value. Some people probably don't like the texture of a paper towel on their face, but to me, this was just like literally a glorified paper towel. I don't know. I wasn't overly impressed, as you can tell. But I feel like people hype these up so much. Like everybody uses them. And I feel like, you know, obviously you can't believe everything you see online. Like do these people really like them, or do they just use them in their videos because everyone else uses them in their videos? I don't know. But I'm here to tell you, if you've seen people using these and you're like, wow, I really need those. Because I think they were like $11 maybe, like $11.99. I don't know why that's in my head. But if you have to pay that every month for face towels, like, I can get a pack of paper towels, like more than one roll, for that price, and use them in other ways and as my face towel if I desire. I don't know. I don't see the value. I feel like I could be in the minority there. Let me know down below if you've tried them, or if you have like seen people using them and you've been wondering about them. I would love to know, because I feel like everybody has them in their videos. And I'm just like, once again, is this a thing that people just have because everyone has and they don't want to be, fear of missing out? Or do they genuinely feel like these provide value in their skincare routine? And maybe they just don't want to be on TikTok, like using a paper towel to wipe off their face. Like, I get that. But I just want to know, like, from the average consumer, I just want to know. It just doesn't seem practical. So I had to give my thoughts on those. Okay, only 4 more things. I'll go fast. Dry Bar Triple Sec 100% repurchase, because I already have, and I love this stuff. Literally only finished because this mini, if you get this mini, it has like 3 sprays in it. Like, it's the most useless mini of all time. It's so tiny. It only has like 3 sprays, I swear. But I love it. I mostly love the scent. I think this is Clean It Zero Makeup Removing Balm. I think Clean It Zero is just like this specific product. I don't know if this Balina Co. Vanilla? Whatever. I don't know what the brand of this is. Banila. Vanilla. I thought it said Balina. I don't know why. Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm. This was really, really nice. This sample was only this big, and I used it like 4 or 5 times. This was one of the better cleansing balms I've tried. It like $19, and I didn't want to spend that much, so I got a different one, and I kind of low-key wish I would have gotten that one. And then 2 other things: Glow Recipe Watermelon Niacinamide Dew Drops and Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. The primer was nice, but I bought the e.l.f. dupe. We'll see how I like it. Niacinamide Dew Drops, Glow Recipe, love these. Was using them with my like makeup, but actually transitioned to using them more with my skincare, and I actually preferred them that way. I like them both ways, but with my skincare, I actually saw more of a difference. So have technically repurchased the dupe, have more of this on deck already. So that is everything. That took way longer than it should have. But here we are. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Love to know your feedback. Sorry, this was kind of a chatty Empties, and I really didn't have that many products to talk about for being this chatty. But sometimes I just want to share, and I feel like that's what makes us all better. It's just sharing our views or like our tips and stuff, and then we can take that and okay, I gotta go. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye guys.